Imagine with me for a moment that Job, as in Job from the book of Job, was given an opportunity to write a book at the end of his life without the experiences he had between the book of Job, chapter 1 and chapter 2. Now, this Job just went from Job chapter 1, verse 1 to Job at the end of his life. Let's imagine what the book titles will be. Get and Keep Your Wealth. 101 Ways to Live Serving God and Enjoying His Prosperity. Just take a moment to imagine, what do you think the title of the book will be? I sat pondering on this as I read the book of Job yesterday and today. The Bible tells us about Job in Job chapter 1. I mean, this guy feared God. He eschewed evil. He hated evil. He was a righteous man. I mean, Job even made atonement for his children just in case they sinned against God as they went about their daily lives. He was that upright. So if that version of Job was who we met at the end of his life, all he's going to tell us about is 5 ways to carry out a sacrifice that will please the Lord. 5 ways to live your life pleasing the Lord, right? And that brought me to a thought also. It's difficult to understand pain that you have not felt. In the same vein, it will also be difficult to understand joy that you have not, joy whose process you've not been through. Let's put it that way, right? I kept thinking about Job and how that the experience made him, I want to believe, at the end of his life, he was a far better person, a far wiser person, a far experienced person. Because I don't know. Of course, it will also make him understand the ways of God even better. The book of Job is a very poetic book. It's the book of Job, I want to say waxes lyrical, gives us insight into God, into how God does certain things. There's no end to the knowledge of God, right? But we have some insights just by reading the book of Job. But more importantly, a big lesson for me as I read this is that our experiences, they help to shape who we are. They help to frame us. They help to make us better people. If that's depending on how you look at them, right? Because 2 people can have the very same experience and yet take 2 very different perspectives from those experiences. But as believers, as God's children, the things we go through, I feel like there are opportunities, or I know that there are opportunities to be sharpened and shapened into better people. So I don't know what your experiences are right now. I don't know where you are at right now. But why don't you choose to take every experience that comes your way in 2026 with a view that at the end of this all, I'm going to be a better person. I will know better. I will understand better. And maybe some of those experiences are just to help us become more empathetic, so that when we meet people going through stuff, we are not coming from a place of, what's the noise all about, right? Okay, till I see you again tomorrow. Bye.